Morning dear students. I hope you all are enjoying your quarantine, this lockdown period, and be safe at your home. Before starting the lecture, I want to inform you about two main things. First one is our school web page. You know very well, then also I will inform you that you can see all the uploaded videos, assignments and e-book, and you can submit your doubts through the web page of the school, and you can see all the uploaded videos till date. So it is very accessible tool for you. Second one is the Google Classroom. This app manages teaching and learning with classroom and easy to assign work and grading of the student. So please download Google Classroom and you will join that Google Classroom according to your classes.
Students, we have completed all the properties of square and square roots, and now with the help of all the properties we will start to solve the exercise 6.1, which is depend on the properties of your square and square roots. Let's see the first question of your exercise. What will be the unit digit of the square of the following number? If you have remember, then before going to first property, I told you that if a square number having 1 or 9 at the unit place, then its square number having the 1 at its unit digit. If you will find out the square of a number having 2 or 8 at the unit place, then its square will have 4 at the unit place. This we have seen. For 3, 7 it is 9, 4, 6, 6, 5, 5, 0, 0. Now with the help of this, we have to answer what will be the unit digit of the square of the following number. If you will do the square of 81, so what will be its unit digit? Its unit digit will be 1, because we know that if 1 and 9 of a number, then in square it will be have 1 at the unit place. Same with 272. If you have to find out the square unit digit place of the square of this number, then if 2 at the end, then its square ends with 4. So the unit digit will be 4. 799. Square of this as 9. So 9 again gives you 1 at the unit digit. So the unit digit will be 1. So in this way we have to solve question number 1. Now let's see the question number 2. What is in question number 2? The following number are obviously not perfect square. It is already written that they are not perfect squares. Only you have to give reason. So we have seen the properties. According to the properties, whatever the reason will be fits for that number, we have to write that reason. Like that we know ki 2, 3, 7 and 8. If a number ends with 2, 3, 7 or 8, they never be a perfect square number. So as this number 1, 0, 5, 7. 7, the number ends with 7. And therefore a number ends with 7 never be a perfect square number. We have seen in the property. So that properties you have to write as a reason. See that number 64000. Now I told you in previous videos that if a number having odd number of zeros, then it never be a perfect square number. So what you have to write? The number contains odd number of zeros, therefore it is not a perfect square number. So in this way we have to write down the reason, and the reasons are not from here or there. The reasons are the 10 properties. The reasons are from the 10 properties which we have learned in the previous videos. So whatever the reason will be fit for that, you have to write that reason. Let's see the question number 3. In question number 3, the square of which of the following would be odd numbers? We have seen one more property in that property, that square of odd number is odd and square of even number is even. Square of even number is even. So with the help of this property, you have to answer the question number 3. What is in question number 3? First number is 431, which is an odd number. So square of odd number is odd. Simple. So the square of 431 is odd number. Now the second number, 2826. As it is an even number, so its square will be an even number. So it will not give an odd number. So we don't have to write about this. We have to write only the numbers which are giving the square will be an odd number. So we know that the odd number will give a square odd number. Now next question. If you will see in this question, you will see the pattern which we have learned in your previous class. Patterns, about patterns of the number. Here also we will see the pattern. Observe the following pattern and find the missing digit. What is in pattern? 11 square. Square of 11, that is 121. I will explain it properly. Square of 11, that is equals to 121. Then 101 square. Now as there is 0, so the pattern changes like that. 1, 0, 2, 0, 1. If there is 1, 0, in between all the number there is 1, 0. Now look at the pattern. It is 1, 0, 0, 1. 1, 0, 0, 1. So what we will do? We will write two zeros in the between 0. So 1, 0, 0, 2, 0, 0, 1. So in this way we can find out the square of such type of pattern. Suppose here I will write 4 zeros. Instead of 3 I will write 4 zeros. So simple, I have to insert 4 zeros between 1, 2 and 1. So this is the square of this number. So in this way, with the help of... Now see the next question. Without adding, find the sum. As we have seen that square of a perfect square number can be written as the sum of odd numbers. So we know that how many the odd numbers are, the number is the square of that number. That how many odd numbers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. That is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. The total in all 5 odd numbers. So it is square of 5. So it's very easy. Go with the property. You will find out that all the questions are easy and based on only your properties of square and square root. Let's see the next question. Question number 8 first. What is the question? Express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. Reverse of this. Question number 7 का आप reverse देख सकते हैं. Express 49 as the sum of 7 odd numbers. So 49, how can we express at the sum of 7 odd numbers? So 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. These are the 5 odd numbers. Then 11, it will become 6 odd numbers and 13. So it will become 7 odd numbers. And when you cross check the total, it will come that 49. So it can be expressed as the square of 7. In this way, the second question is also same, 121, which you have to write as the sum of 11 odd numbers. Now the last question of this exercise, that is question number 9. How many number lies between square of the following number? Just last property number 10. We have seen that if a number and n plus 1 square, then how many non-perfect square number lies between that? So I said 2n. 2n non-perfect square number lies between them. What is your question? 12 and 13. So if you will find out the non-square perfect number between square of 12 and square of 13, then you know the formula is 2n. So n is here your 12. So 2 into 12. So 24 numbers are there between square of 12 and square of 13. So how many number lies between square of the following number? So 24 numbers are lying between the square of 12 and square of 13. So in this way, all the sums are depend on your properties. So please repeat the property. Write in your notebook also. So if you will write one more time in your notebook with the help of video, you are able to write all the reasons of the properties asked in the question. 6.2 exercise, which is also a very small and short exercise and depend on the property. So I will complete this 6.2 also with your 6.1, and these both the exercise will be in your assignment and you can download from your NCERT book also. So let us see one example from your exercise 6.2, which is also depend on your properties. Question number 1. Find the square of the following number. Now, what is mean by square that I told you? Exponent 2. It means when you will multiply the number by itself, you will get the square of that number. So, square of 32. Your first question is find the square of the following. So, first one is 32. So, to find out the square of 32, you have to multiply 32 2 times. And after multiplying in your rough work area, you can find out the square of the number 32. So the answer is 1024. So in this way, you have to find out the square of all the numbers. So second question is, write a Pythagorean triplet whose one member is 6. Before this 10th property, there is a property number 9 in which I will explain you, I think property number 6 or 9, in which I explain you the Pythagorean triplet. If one of the member is given to you, how to find out the remaining two members. What is given, that I will equate with 2m. 2m equals to 6. 2m equals to 6. Now m is equals to 6 divided by 2, which is equals to 3. Now the other two numbers can be found out by m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. M square, it means square of 3, that is equals to 9, which is equals to 8. And m square plus 1, that is equals to square of 3 plus 1, that is equals to 9 plus 1, which is equals to 10. So what will be your Pythagorean triplet? Your Pythagorean triplet will be 6, 8 and 10. So in this way, student, you can complete your exercise 6.1 and 6.2.